Aloha everybody, greetings from Honolulu, Hawaii. Today we're going to be taking a walk down Kalakaua Avenue, which is one of the main streets in Waikiki. So our walk today starts at the end of Kalakaua Avenue, actually at the junction of Kalakaua and Kuhio Avenue. Now, this side of Waikiki is pretty empty because, like I said, it's at the far end. But a long time ago, it didn't used to be this empty. Did you know that that building right there used to be a restaurant called Kyoya and used to be one of the best Japanese restaurants on the island? I actually used to know the manager who used to work there. And this building on my left used to be a restaurant called Nick's Fish Market and used to be a really good seafood restaurant. As you can see, it's closed. Both of the restaurants are closed now. They've been closed for like ever, and there are no new tenants moving in. So I don't know what's going on over on this side of Waikiki. That building across the street right here, this is this used to be the Nike store. Yeah, it was a pretty big Nike store, and they didn't last for long. Before that, it used to be the Kuhio Theater, which was a fabulous movie theater, and I personally think they should have just left it as movie theaters. But you know, long time ago, a lot of the movie theaters used to be in Waikiki. Now there's not a single one left in this area. It's kind of sad for me because I grew up here, and Waikiki used to be where a lot of the local people used to come, not just tourists. But these days it's mostly tourists. However, with the changes, Waikiki does look a lot more beautiful than the past. Way more beautiful. Some people say it kind of looks like a theme park. And I have to say I agree. But what are you going to do, right? Now they have a new law here in Hawaii. You cannot text on your mobile phone or smartphones when you are walking across the street. So at every crosswalk, I'm going to turn off my phone, and then we're going to start the walk again on the other side of the street, okay? Alright, so let's continue on this walk, and I have to shut my phone off now. Hi again, so we're on the other side of the street. Right in front of us, this is a place called Luxury Row, and it's full of shops that Lawrence would love. There's Tiffany and Coach and other high-end stores, which would be great if you're into that sort of thing. Now, interesting fact, this entire block on my left used to be the gay block. So this used to be sort of like the Nichome of Honolulu. It used to be a really happening area, you know, with that movie theater across the street and the entire block filled with gay bars and restaurants and cafes and stores that were very gay friendly, and all that disappeared a long time ago. And for me, that's kind of unfortunate because it used to be a lot of fun. As you can see, it's pretty quiet at this end of Waikiki these days. Back then, this area was full of activity and full of people, especially at nighttime. So that's a little bit of history for you guys. So, have you guys ever heard of resort fees? You know, resort fees are like this fee that hotels tack on their bill that you have to pay at the end of your stay. Well, I'm not a huge fan of that because most of the time I don't use the pool. I don't pay for parking because I don't have a car. I don't use a lot of the things that they add on to the resort fees, and I hate paying for that. And the reason why I brought that up is because this hotel right here, this building here, it used to be called a Polynesian Hotel or something like that. They never charged a resort fee, and that's the reason why I used to stay there. It was kind of a dump, but the prices were good and there were no resort fees. They went through a refurbishment, so the prices have gone up. I'm not sure if they charge a resort fee or not, but I should check it out because I like the fact that they have no resort fees. I really do. Anyway, let's continue on. So this is at the far end of Kalakaua Avenue. As you can see, it's starting to get a little busier. Here are some pamphlets for tourists in various languages. They're Japanese guides as well as English ones, and they're quite useful. And a lot of them have coupons for dining and attractions, so definitely check them out. Okay, you see this building here, this colorful building. Well, the interesting history. It originally opened up as the Mitsukoshi department store. Yeah, the department store from Japan. And it was just like a Japanese department store with, like a food hall, a restaurant floor, and all that. But they went out of business. After that, it became the office for A&A. Yes, this building right here. And then they left, and now it's just an office building. And then the bottom 2 floors, I think, is Long's Drugs, and it's kind of like a smaller Walmart or Walgreens. Yeah, more like Walgreens. That's open 24 hours, so it's really convenient if you're staying around this area. Okay, more tourist magazines on my right. As you can see, you're gonna find these magazines, these free magazines all over Waikiki. So check them out. Seriously, you can get some good deals. Okay, so there is traffic jam here. Yeah. By the way, it is around 9 a.m. in the morning, so it's quite early, and that's the other reason why not many people are walking around. And it's also a Sunday morning, so I think most people are sleeping in, including the tourists. I think we're the crazy ones here. Okay. As you can see, there are a lot of high-end boutiques like Louis Vuitton. There's another Louis Vuitton right there, and that's a new Tiffany's opening up. And this is Lure Street. If you go down the street, there is a shopping and dining complex called Beach Walk on the right side. There's the trolley. Yeah, there's the trolley. You see a lot of these trolleys running all over the city. Once again, beautiful landscaping along the streets. And that is the Louis Vuitton store. And next to the Louis Vuitton store is a duty-free shop. And that right there is the Royal Hawaiian Shopping Center on the other side of the street. It's a huge mall. It's a 4-story mall. I don't know who goes up to the 4th floor because it's really, really difficult to go up there. I think they need to add more stairs or escalators or something. But it's a pretty nice mall, and they have some nice shops and restaurants. And sorry about my finger. So this is the Tea Galleria, the duty-free shop in Waikiki. Anyone can shop here, but you do need a passport. Not passport, but you do need your flight number to buy certain items on the 2nd floor. It's a really nice duty-free shop though. Alright, and that's more of the Royal Hawaiian Shopping Center, that beautiful shopping center in the middle of Waikiki. And I think I'm gonna have to turn off my phone again until we get to the other side. Oh, that's the Sheraton Hotel on the other side. That Sheraton Hotel, they have one of the best buffets on the island. Alright, continuing on this walk. On my left side is the Waikiki... No, wrong building. This is just a building with shops. I think there's also... Yeah, that's Sephora. And there was Victoria's Secret. None of which I actually frequent. That's Harry Winston across the street. I've never been in there. I'm too scared. I mean, everything seems really, really expensive. Have any of you guys been in a Harry Winston store? If you have, let me know. What kind of stuff do they have in there, and how much are they? Alright, here, I want to point this place out. This is the Waikiki Shopping Plaza, and in here, there is that place called Waikiki Yokocho. It's on the basement floor. It's called Waikiki Yokocho Gourmet Alley. It's all Japanese food, and most of the restaurants are from Japan. This is where we had that delicious tsukemen, that dipping noodle. Definitely recommend that place, and I can't wait to try the other places on my next visit. Also, I recommend Waikiki Yokocho if you're living in Hawaii and you've never been there and you are a fan of Japan or Japanese food. Definitely check it out because I feel it's a lot more authentic than the food at Shirokiya Village Walk. Shirokiya Village Walk, I don't know about that place. It's okay, but a lot of the shops are closed. And those palm trees you see over there, that's the middle of the Royal Hawaiian Shopping Center. They have hula shows, I think, every day. But definitely check that mall out because it's a beautiful mall. It's beautifully landscaped. They have some nice restaurants, like I mentioned. One of Satoshi's favorite places to go in that mall is a place called Island Vintage Coffee. He claims they have the best coffee on the island, and that place is famous for the acai bowls. I've had it once and I actually like them a lot. Oh, and this building here, this used to be the Waikiki Theater. It used to be a beautiful theater, and now they just kept the facade, which is actually nice. I'm glad that they kept the facade. But now they have California Pizza Kitchen and a seafood restaurant, a Foot Locker, Rip Curl, and another shop. But yeah, you can see this beautiful facade of the former Waikiki Theater. This is where I saw Star Wars, I think. I don't remember. I saw something. I used to see a lot of movies here. It used to be one of my favorite movie theaters. Yeah, did you guys spot Satoshi right there on the right? You guys can tell me how many times you've spotted Satoshi, and let me know in the comments down below. And if you get it right, well, yay! Okay, this shop right here, this is Macy's. You guys all know Macy's, right? Yeah, they have a Macy's in Waikiki. It's a small Macy's, but it's nice to have, and they're open until 11 p.m. So it's really good for late night shopping, and you can even go after dinner. And that's Cheesecake Factory over there. It's always busy. I mean, there's always huge lines. I like it though. I like the restaurant. I just don't like the huge lines. That's the thing that stops me from going at peak hours. So if you want to go to Cheesecake Factory, definitely go at off-peak hours or go a little bit earlier. Okay. There are a lot of nice shops around this area, including the Macy's on my left. If you go across the street, there's a Tory Richards, which is Lawrence's favorite Aloha shirt store. But they are like legit. They're a legit. I can't talk. They are a legitimate brand and very popular with the local people as well. But I don't know why my finger keeps coming into the camera. Sorry, guys. But the shirts are not cheap. They cost about $98, but definitely worth it. So this is the new International Marketplace. Yeah, and the first Saks Fifth Avenue in Hawaii. International Marketplace has been here ever since I lived in Hawaii, but they've refurbished this place. It is like brand new right now, and it looks very modern. But they did keep the old banyan tree. They kept a lot of the small elements of the former International Marketplace, and I actually am pleased with how they did it. It's beautiful, and it's a very relaxing area. There are a lot of places to sit, a lot of greenery. It's just a really nice place. So definitely check International Marketplace out. There's another ABC store for you. If you go to the ABC store, what should you buy? Well, I would say to stay away from the spam musubis. I don't know why, but I don't like the spam musubis here. I feel like the rice is always dry. Maybe it was an off day for me, but I didn't like it. I think the best spam musubis are at 7-Eleven, but the waters are cheap. Things are expensive here in Hawaii. A bottle of Diet Coke is $1.99. That's before tax. But you can buy a bottle of water for 99 cents. And that was the cookie corner on my left. Here, this place right here, the cookie corner. They have great cookies. They are a local brand. And if you like chocolate chip cookies, definitely check them out because they're pretty good. Okay, that is the First Lady. That is a very, very old hotel. It's called the Moana Surfrider. It's a beautiful hotel, and it has a very long history here in Hawaii. You can go in even if you're not staying. Check out the self-guided tour museum on the second floor. It's pretty interesting. I always like to avoid these stalls because they're really, really expensive. This is a beautiful hotel. Look how beautiful it is. Isn't it beautiful? And right there they have a nice coffee shop on the first floor. One of my favorite places to have coffee with my friend Michael. Okay, now I think we're like halfway, a little bit more than halfway through Kalakaua Avenue. More of those magazines on the right. Once again, check them out if you haven't already, because no, seriously, there's some really good coupons that are very useful, even to local people. All right, across the street, we are here at the Hyatt Hotel. Once again, another mega resort, and they have a lot of shops. I think they have over 100 shops lined outside here on the street as well as on the inside. And finally, I get to show you a little bit of the beach. That's Waikiki Beach on the other side. So this is the Hyatt. Consists of 2 towers, and in between there's an indoor waterfall. Every Tuesdays and Thursdays, I think Tuesdays and Thursdays, they have a farmers market, which is actually pretty cool. And they have the Honolulu Cookie Company here. Actually, they have it all over Waikiki, but their cookies are amazing. And guess what? They always offer free samples, so if you're hungry for some cookie samples, check them out. You don't really have to buy the cookies, but yeah, you probably want to because they're that good. They're really, really good. Now here's another little history. This entire area, including the beach side and the Hyatt side, used to be kind of scary to walk through at night. Yeah, I don't know if you guys remember this, but this street used to be filled with prostitutes. So even when I was like 19 years old, it was scary for me to walk past this street because those prostitutes would come up to me and try to make a deal with me. And then on the other side there were also prostitutes as well. So Waikiki has really changed a lot. And you remember the days when there used to be pedicab drivers? Yeah, they used to have pedicab drivers running all over Waikiki. Yeah, those were the good old days. But Waikiki's a lot cleaner now. So that was the beach across the street. It's a beautiful beach, and it's really, really nicely landscaped with a lot of palm trees and statues, and there are little plaques that explain to you where you are, and it also teaches you like a little bit of history about Waikiki. Here's an Eggs and Things. There's I think 3 Eggs and Things in Waikiki now because they are super popular with the Japanese tourists. Eggs and Things started out very, very small. They catered to the people who were hungry after clubbing all night long, so they had weird hours. And it was very, very popular with those people. And I think they closed around, what time did they close? Maybe 11 a.m. or 2 p.m. I can't remember, but they had very strange hours. But I don't know how they became so popular now with the Japanese tourists. This is the new Morimoto. They moved from the modern to this new hotel. I think it's a new hotel. Yeah, here's another ABC store. Right, what else can you buy at the ABC store other than water? Well, they do have sandwiches and fruits, and they have a lot of souvenirs. And the souvenirs are actually fairly priced. I would stay away from buying the Aloha shirts because they are pretty cheap looking. Yeah, they really are. Okay, let's cross this street. And yeah, that's the beach. We're almost at the end. So stay with me. Hope you guys are not getting bored. That's the world famous Waikiki beach. Look at that. Look at all this landscaping. This wasn't here when I was a kid, or even when I was a teenager. It wasn't here. Yeah, all this landscaping did not exist back then. I mean, Waikiki was still beautiful, but not beautiful like this, where it almost looks like a theme park. I mean, doesn't it look like a theme park to you? It's so beautiful. And you know, like I mentioned before, we saw that ABC store again. That's another ABC store. And we just passed by an ABC store. I don't know how many ABC stores there are here in Waikiki, but there are tons of them. Okay, so that is another hotel, and this hotel has a pretty nice Japanese restaurant called Sanse, and I like their sushis. They're American style sushis. They're pretty good. Yeah. There is another cookie corner here, along with Jamba Juice and Subway. But you know, as you know me, I love my cookies, and I definitely recommend trying out the chocolate chip cookie at Cookie Corner. Oh, I want a cookie right now. I really do, but we have to keep moving along. Let's move along. Look at the beach. It's beautiful. It's beautiful to look at, but the sandy area is very, very. It's not that wide, and when there are like a lot of people there, there's hardly any room. So that's the only downside to Waikiki Beach. It's not a big beach. All right, so we have almost come to the end of our tour. There's a Starbucks that I like to go, and right behind it is Hula's, which is a gay bar, and it used to be located way down where we started, the place where I talked about. They moved over here because they destroyed that entire area. Across the street is Honolulu Zoo. It's a really nice zoo, I think. You know, it's a pretty cloudy day today, but even on a cloudy day like today, you can see Hawaii is a really beautiful place. It's beautiful. And Waikiki is a nice part of the city. It's very touristy, and it can be expensive, but it's beautiful. I like it. I really like it a lot. And that's the end of our walk through Kalakaua Avenue. Thanks for watching, guys. Really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. And I really appreciate you guys coming along on the walk with me. Until my next video, take care, guys.